Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
LA County Sheriff's Deputy is charged with selling drugs and offering to hire other cops to protect dealers. By Joel Rubin and Maya Lau. January 16, 2018, 5:55 p.m. A Los Angeles County Sheriff's Deputy has been charged with operating a large-scale drug trafficking scheme in which he boasted that he hired other law enforcement officers to provide security to dealers and could assault people for his clients, according to court records. Deputy Kenneth Collins and 3 other men were arrested by FBI agents Tuesday morning in a sting operation when they arrived to what they thought was a drug deal, according to records unsealed after the arrest. Court documents outlining the case show that Collins, 50, has been under investigation for months. He was recorded by agents discussing his extensive drug trafficking network, past criminal conduct, and willingness to accept bribes to use his law enforcement status for criminal purposes, according to a criminal complaint filed in U.S. District Court. "I fix problems," Collins was recorded saying to an undercover agent, court records show. "I make a lot of things go away." U.S. Attorney Nicola T. Hanna said in a statement that Deputy Collins sold his badge to assist an individual he thought was a drug trafficker. The deputy allegedly used his status as a law enforcement officer as a guarantee when he promised safe travels for large quantities of illegal narcotics. Tom Rozek, a U.S. Attorney's Office spokesman, said that the investigation is continuing but that no other law enforcement officers had been implicated so far. Last year, an undercover agent met with Collins while posing as the relative of a wealthy investor looking to finance an illegal marijuana grow house. The deputy offered to provide security and said he had 3 teams already working in the region, including one that was protecting an illegal marijuana grow house disguised as an auto repair shop, according to the complaint. At another meeting to discuss the security plan for the grow house, Collins showed off his sheriff's badge and lifted his shirt to show a gun in his waistband, the complaint said. He later said that he could provide teams of security made up of cops who travel with guns and boasted that he and 2 comrades were hired by a client to set ablaze an $85,000 Cadillac truck in order to intimidate someone, federal authorities alleged. Collins sold about 2 pounds of marijuana to the agent for $6,000 as a test run to demonstrate his ability to arrange and carry out deals, federal authorities allege. The deputy said he had connections to marijuana operations in Northern California and could sell the agent $4 million of marijuana each month, according to the court records. His contacts were the best growers you can find in the North, Collins is alleged to have boasted to the agent. Undercover agents then hired Collins to provide security while they drove several pounds of methamphetamine and other contraband from Pasadena to Las Vegas, the court records said. When one of the agents initially balked at the price, Collins explained that his services were worth it. "We're cops," Collins said, according to the complaint. "We deal with a lot of, kind of high-end clients, and $25,000, they're like, it's like as long as you can make sure my shipment gets from here to there, that's fine. They make profits in upwards of $5 million on certain transports." On the drive to Las Vegas, one of the other men charged in the case, David Easter, drove a lookout car while another, Grant Valencia, rode with the undercover agent in the vehicle with the drugs, according to court records. Collins rode in a third car keeping watch from behind. The methamphetamine the agents were carrying on the trip was not real. In the complaint, agents said that Collins, Easter, and Valencia had agreed to provide security for a large drug transaction Tuesday at the Rosemont Pavilion, an events venue in Pasadena. In exchange for as much as $250,000, Collins and his team were planning to help oversee the transport of a large cache of drugs and cash, agents alleged in court records. At first, the agent and Collins agreed to a $75,000 payment to oversee the shipment of 20 kilograms of cocaine, 6 kilograms of methamphetamine and cash, but Collins later suggested that they increase the amount of drugs to fill a moving truck and up the price tag for the job, according to an undercover informant cited in the complaint. Collins said he had a team of 6 men, including 3 other law enforcement officers, who could ensure the cargo made it to its destination untouched, unscathed, the document says. After a meeting December 11 to plan the transport that was set for Tuesday, Collins called another LA County Sheriff's deputy to discuss the deal, according to the complaint. The other deputy is not named. Like Collins, Easter, 51, and Valencia, 34, each face a charge of conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance. Federal authorities did not publicly detail the allegations against the 4th man who was arrested, Maurice Desifont, 56. The Sheriff's Department issued a statement saying the agency notified federal authorities about the criminal allegations against Collins several months ago and had been cooperating with the FBI. Collins, a 15-year department veteran most recently assigned to provide security at county buildings, was placed on leave and would be suspended without pay during the criminal case, the statement said. In court Thursday afternoon, Collins was denied bail despite his attorney's argument that he posed no risk to the community and that his wife and mother-in-law would put up $115,000 as assurance he would not flee. Except for a drunk driving conviction in 1999, the attorney said, Collins had no criminal past. Assistant U.S. Attorney Lindsey Greer Dotson rebuffed the idea of bail, repeatedly calling Collins the mastermind of the alleged drug operation and saying the deputy had indicated in conversations with agents that he had family in Cuba and had recently traveled to the country. Wearing a plaid shirt, Collins remained expressionless throughout the proceedings and answered the judge's questions in a monotone voice. U.S. Magistrate Judge Steve Kim set Easter's bail at $110,000. The other defendants did not seek bail. Collins has served as an instructor in a life skills course for former inmates, according to a 2014 article in the San Gabriel Valley Tribune. The Emerging Leaders Academy, run by a retired sheriff's sergeant, features deputies who act as mentors for people with criminal pasts who want to improve their literacy and career skills in order to stay out of prison. Valencia also is featured in the Tribune article. He is described as an ex-offender who attended the program at the time Collins was teaching. Collins was quoted in the article as saying he grew up poor before joining the military and later the Sheriff's Department. He said the cognitive behavior program he went through to be able to teach forced him to change his perception of himself from that of a hardcore deputy who busted down doors and chased guns and dope slingers. I was so used to putting my foot on their neck, he was quoted as saying. This was kind of foreign to me. It goes against what we do our profession. A call to the academy was not answered Tuesday morning. Joel.Rubin@latimes.com. Maya.Lau@latimes.com. For more Southern California news, follow us on Twitter @JoelRubin and @Mayelo. Updates. 5:55 p.m., this article was updated with details from Thursday afternoon's court hearing. 4:10 p.m., this article was updated with a statement from the Sheriff's Department and additional details about the allegations. 2:50 p.m., this article was updated with a scene from the federal courthouse before the men's appearance. 2:25 p.m., this article was updated to include that Collins was a 15-year Sheriff's Department veteran and would be placed on administrative leave. 1:45 p.m., this article was updated with a comment from a U.S. Attorney's Office spokesman. 1 p.m., this article was updated with additional details of the investigation and quotes from officials. This article was originally published at 12:20 p.m.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of your news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me, and I'm sick of it. So I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.